Welcome to Open House with Gerry Cornejo, where we feature people, places, and things that are in the news or who should be in the news. Some of the faces that you'll see now will be familiar, and one thing they have in common is that they were together recently in the Startup Cafe, no? Startup Cafe, and which features mga Pinoy with original ideas and with original products or with original services. Okay, so this was sponsored by the Idea Space Foundation and the ADB, the Asian Development Bank. Okay, so we have three guests today talking about different things, which falls under the theme of our program, the theme of our segment, which is business and living. We're going to be talking about probiotic products. We're going to be talking about something that will soon not be sounding too exotic anymore, like lithium-ion batteries, and also something which is really down to earth and much needed. Lahat naman ito much needed, no? Which is a handmade folding bike. Okay, so first off, we'd like to welcome the founder of DM Firm Pro, Mr. Neil Ayan Lumanlan. Neil, welcome.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Okay, pakita muna natin yung pakita natin yung video because what we're going to be talking about now would be probiotic products. So, can we please play the video? Thank you.
We love the earth. We are used to it with all its forests, meadows, fields and mountains, with flowers and trees, with all its water and air. On the other hand, instead of taking care of it, we have been enclosing the planet in a hermetic coat of carbon dioxide ever since the Industrial Revolution. You may be asking, why are we suddenly showing you this black stone? That's because it can help us with cleaning the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, or even improving the quality of soil in order to reach higher crop yields, for example.
It's called BioChar. How does it work? Wood, or feedstock, is fed into a rotary kiln that operates at temperatures roughly 500 degrees Celsius. The kiln's oxygen-limited environment carbonizes the biomass, creating biochar, with the exhaust heat it generates also available as energy for human use.
Okay, here we go. Neil, what was that video all about?
It's about saving the planet
Okay.
while producing energy and solving the waste problem.
Okay, what is biochar? Ano yung pinapakita nila na biochar?
Biochar po is synonymous with charcoal.
Okay.
So this is produced
Okay.
using an airless process. So it's basically baking of plant waste.
So, where did this yan bang 3 bottles na yan from 3 different sources or no?
We have here from bamboo,
Okay.
and then you have here peanuts.
Peanuts.
Yeah, peanut shells.
Okay, peanut shells.
And
Sayang naman
then-
kung peanuts. Okay.
Opo, and then garden waste, twigs, leaves,
Okay. So,
flowers.
essentially, aside from the bamboo, mga basura na ito ng iba.
Yes, sir.
Disposable na lahat. Well, of course, the bamboo, you're talking about a fresh bamboo plant that was cut or, I guess, no?
Bamboo waste.
Bamboo waste. Ano bang bamboo waste?
From the furniture industry.
Okay. So, pero ang ano nito, ang magaling nito, first of all, the source. So, ang source nito would be actually what you could almost consider waste products.
Opo,
Di ba?
something that you would throw in the landfill.
Okay. Ngayon, how is this significant to your probiotic products? Because what I have here is we're going to be talking about this thing which is a active probiotic na Lactivate.
Yes, sir.
And then meron tayong Lacto-Clean, which are registered trademarks.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how does this get into the mix when you're talking about a live and active probiotic? Nakalagay dito for animals.
Yes, sir. So biochar helps the microbes survive longer.
Okay.
So we created a mix of probiotics, living bacteria
Okay.
that helps animals grow strong, survive, and eat less food.
Okay. So how does it still jibe with this? Like, what do I do with this?
Um,
Na para, ito bang mismong ginagamit to make these other products? No.
um, the liquid products, we do not have biochar in it, but
Okay.
there's a powder form
Ah.
that can be added to the feed mix.
Okay.
So it becomes an alternative to antibiotics.
And you invented this.
Yes, sir. The specific mixture of specific microorganisms
Okay.
is our innovation here, sir.
Okay. When you say we, are you working with a group of scientists, researchers?
I have a co-founder.
Okay.
She's my wife.
Okay. Makes sense. All right.
Opo. So she helps me with the business, and I do the technical stuff.
Okay. So, sino mga kliyente nyo dito? Like, are you really startup or matagal na kayo?
We started po around 2 years ago.
Okay, so that's relatively
New.
new. Okay. So, sino ang target market nyo nito? I guess because you're talking about animals, mga farm.
Yes, sir. One, industrial farms, they use antibiotics.
Okay.
The issue about antibiotics is that they spread antibiotic-resistant genes.
Okay.
So, pag bumili ka ng manok,
Okay.
pork, dinala mo sa bahay,
Right.
you're bringing home antibiotic-resistant bacteria.
Okay.
Now, with probiotics, this is avoided.
Uh-huh.
Now, biochar plus the probiotics, they can be mixed into the feeds, and what happens is, aside from avoiding antibiotics, it also performs better than antibiotics. The benefits that industrial farms get from antibiotics, they can get more with probiotics.
Okay. Now, so you're talking about people with livestock. You're
Yes,
talking
sir.
about people with poultries.
Poultry and piggery.
Pati siguro mga kennel.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, ngayon, anong gagawin nila? Like, for instance, I have a poultry with 10,000 chickens. I get in touch with you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I call you and I tell you, Mr. Lumanlan, I was watching TV and you were talking about probiotics and I'm interested because from now my chickens or my cows or my pigs, ayoko na bigyan ng antibiotics.
Yes, sir.
So walk me through this. So what happens now? I set up an appointment with you and
Yes, sir.
then do you mix this thing with my feeds or do you give me feeds or what exactly?
We can prepare custom formulations for each customer. So basically, they can give us their requirements, and then we will deliver to them from the lab. So our process avoids storage.
Okay.
And so they get the full benefits of live and active microorganisms.
So everything will be as is except hindi na sila gagamit ng antibiotic.
Yes, sir.
So all of their feeds will remain the same, whether, kung
Yes,
ano
sir.
man yun, meal, fish meal. I mean, these are just things that are over here, molasses, whatever. So all of those things will remain the same. The only thing is, instead of antibiotics, sa inyo probiotic.
Probiotics, sir.
Okay. How about cost? Mas mahal ba ang antibiotic? Ano mas mahal, antibiotic o probiotic?
One, upfront, it's cost-effective compared to antibiotics.
Okay.
One, it's locally made.
Okay.
Two, price-wise, it's competitive with the antibiotic products.
So they're really not going to spend more or much more?
They're going to save more,
Okay.
and they're going to earn more.
Okay.
Why? Because One, animals digest their food well. So, two, animals survive. So, usually in poultry, 5% is the mortality rate.
Okay.
But with probiotics, that can be cut into more than half of the mortality rate in chicks.
Okay. What is Lacto-Clean? It says here, an organic, safe, and effective animal wash. Cleans, disinfects. So, iba ito. This is a different product,
Yes,
but this
sir.
is also a probiotic product.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, paano ngayon naman? Ito yan, it's a liquid.
Yes, sir. It's a liquid. It's a
Okay.
concentrated form of organic acids produced by fermentation. So,
Okay. So,
Yes, sir.
how does this, how would this compare now to the conventional way they clean pigs
Yes,
or
sir.
the way they clean their livestock? Anong magiging difference?
this po is organic, so meaning it's natural. It contains byproducts of microbial fermentation. So it contains lactic acid and other organic acids in a concentrated form. Instead of using chemical disinfectants that kills all microbes,
Okay.
this one supports the growth of the good guys, the good microbes. So you don't have to spray and spray and spray all over and over. Why do they have to spray over and over with chemical pesticides? Once there's a contamination, there's a fly that goes into the farm, it spreads the disease.
Okay.
And then you spray, you kill all the good guys who's going to fight the bad microbes. This one, they support the growth of the good microbes while killing the bad microbes.
Parang chemotherapy. Ang chemo, pinapatay lahat.
Yes,
The
sir.
good and the bad.
Apo.
Di ba? Pinapatay lahat.
Apo.
Ito, kumbaga selective ito.
Yes,
Naiiwan
sir.
yung good microbes to fight the good microbes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, if you want to know more about this product, especially we're addressing ourselves to those who have poultries and livestock and farms, di ba? You can get in touch with Mr. Neil Ian Lumanlan, okay? And the number is 0922 817 5340. Okay? And you could also ano mo na sa Facebook, just look for Lactive 8, Lactiv number 8.
Yes, sir.
And Lacto-Clean, Lacto-Clean. Okay? Punta kayo sa Facebook and you'll get to the Facebook page. But first step would be 0922-817-5340. Neil, we have limited time, pero here you go. You have 30 seconds to address your audience.
So, BioChar, aside from being useful in the animal industry, it can help save this planet. One, we can produce energy by using waste. So we're solving three problems here. So the waste problem of the country, and then the energy problem of the country, and then the climate crisis. Because once you bury this charcoal as a fertilizer, it's there for at least 1,500 years. And with the current rise in CO2 concentrations, we need alternative sources of energy and alternative technologies. For our farmers in the Philippines, this has great benefits. We could probably, in other times, we could talk about the impact on agronomy of
Okay.
BioChar.
All right, so with that, maraming salamat, Mr.
Thank you.
Lumanlan.
Thank
Thank you
you very
very much. Again, 0922-817-5340 or go to Facebook and look for their page, Lactive 8, Lactiv 8, and Lacto-Clean. Okay, so when we come back, we're going to be talking to two gentlemen who will be telling us more about lithium-ion battery management and ecosystem. I'm Gerry Cornejo, and I'll be back right after this. Stay tuned. back to Open House with Gerry Cornejo, where we feature people, places, and things that are in the news or who should be in the news. And we're featuring today startup companies and their main proponents, their advocates, and their inventors. No? Earlier, we had Mr. Neil Lumanlan of DM Firm Pro. And now we're going to be having Mr. PJ Misa and Mr. Ray Boyet Hipolito of Talino EV Systems, and our topic is going to be lithium-ion solutions. So, welcome to Open House, sirs. Ngayon, umpisa natin sa ano ba tong lithium-ion solution, sir?
Well, lithium-ion is the new alternative energy system, because before, the old standard was lead-acid batteries.
Okay, so we're talking about batteries here, a
Yes.
power source.
Yes, it's
Okay.
a power source for, it can power EVs, actually, whatever, anything that
Alternative energy.
batteries, that you need batteries for lithium-ion is actually the most modern alternative.
So, ang EV nga pala is electronic vehicles, ha?
Yes.
Pero nagsimula pala yan, because earlier we were talking, nagsimula pala yan sa mga mobile phones, cell phones.
Yes.
Okay.
Lithium-ion started with the mobile phones.
Okay.
That's why you can have mobile phones, because it can provide enough power. Hindi kasi po pwede yung mga ever-ready na noon,
Okay.
yung mga ganon, for mobile phones.
Okay.
So that's what made it possible. Now, about 3 or 4 years ago, it became, before, the technology was only for cell phones. Now, recently, it became available for cars. Kaya, that's why EVs are popular now, because of lithium-ion batteries.
I see. Is this something that is already spread out worldwide or nagsisimula pa lang po?
Well, it's something actually that's just relatively starting, because large format, in other words, the lithium ion that you use for EVs just came out about 3 or 4 years ago,
Okay.
which was popularized by the Tesla. But the thing is, it's a little bit more complicated than lead acid, because unlike before, you just put the battery, tapos na. Lithium ion, it's like a smartphone.
Okay.
It needs technology to run properly. But if it runs properly, then you get infinitely more benefits.
So yung
than
isa, parang
before.
yung conventional batteries na maintenance-free.
Yes,
No?
yes.
So, stick it in your car or your
Yes.
motorcycle, whatever. Pag wala na, itapon mo na.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Ngayon, we were talking earlier also, ang sabi nyo is, ano tong acid, ano tong battery na ito? The conventional
the
one?
old standard,
Oo.
the conventional one, lead acid.
Lead acid.
Now, lead acid was actually invented even before there were cars, gasoline-powered cars.
Yes.
There were lead-acid vehicles.
Okay.
Yun yung popular. Kaya lang, because it took so long to charge, it takes 8 hours to charge, but you can only use it maybe 4 to 6 hours.
Okay.
And it also does not last very long, which is why now you cannot actually buy EVs on installment, because lead-acid batteries only last for 6 months, 1 year, maybe a year and a half if you're lucky. But, it's not very cost-effective and convenient. Never mind the cost, but the convenience also.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Boyet Hipolito, ano bang target market nyo? I mean, who are you addressing this product to? This lithium-ion pack, di ba? Sinong ina-address nyo rito?
One is the manufacturers of EV.
Okay,
Right
electronic
now,
vehicles.
Electronic
Okay.
vehicles, where they utilize the lead acid. So we are changing it and retrofitting it with our lithium ion. And number two is the owners of lithium e-vehicles. Most of them are government, already not working anymore because of the lead acid. So we're changing it to lithium ion. And the public itself, if they want to use the e-vehicles right now and change it to lithium ion, we can make it work.
Ang conventional gas-powered or diesel-powered vehicle, pwede ba i-convert to EV yan?
Well,
I mean, pwede ba i-convert to
well,
lithium
it's
ion?
feasible, although it's a lot more work.
Okay. Better start from the ground up. Better start from scratch.
Yes, it's actually easier to convert already an existing EV.
Yes.
Although,
Okay.
pwede naman din. Pero, then there's always the question of what will they do with the engine and so on and so forth.
Okay. So, as of now, are there any electronic vehicles in the market that is running under that technology?
Well, here in the Philippines, actually, yes and no.
Okay.
Because most of the EV manufacturers are still offering lead-acid batteries.
Hindi, pero yung talagang lithium
Well,
ion
lithium ion, I think there are a couple who are offering that, but the technology has not yet been very developed because the problem with, not the problem, the issue with lithium ion is that it has to be properly managed. Now, there are top-of-the-line management systems, but they cost like $2,500 and up.
Okay.
And our battery management system actually works much better than that, than the top. We actually have kind of, it's hard to imagine. Our company is actually a Phil-Am company.
Okay.
It's based in the U.S. And the Henry Abreu, the one who put this battery management system together, he's a mechanical and electrical engineering magna cum laude, UP, University of Pennsylvania. And he actually wrote the prepaid. He was involved in making the prepaid load system of Globe and Smart.
Okay.
So what he did is that aside from putting together a battery management system for lithium ion, he also put on top of that the prepaid load system. So the battery management system has a SIM card in it.
Okay.
Now, this SIM card makes the battery management system like a smartphone because you can now load apps.
Yes.
Now, what happened is that he used that to solve the other problem of lithium ion, which is the cost. Now, the problem with lead acid is that it has a high upfront cost. It's like for an Egypt, you need 90,000 pesos,
Okay.
but that will only last maybe 6 months to 1 year, which is why so many of them are junk right now because they just find it a little bit too expensive. Now, the thing about lithium ion is also expensive. It's 200,000, but instead of 6 months to 1 year, it will last maybe minimum of 3, 4, 5, maybe even 7 years.
So, we were talking earlier, so ang analogy natin dito, parang yung mga incandescent bulbs or CFLs versus the new LED.
Yes.
Exactly.
So, the other one, the LEDs last longer.
Yes.
And it's more efficient.
Yes.
And mas madali action and recovery, di ba?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, ngayon, ang question nito ay, gaano kalaki ba yan in terms of bulk? I mean,
Well,
kasi,
it's actually much smaller because
okay.
that's the other thing. For an Egypt, if you have lead acid, it's 400 kilos. You need 12 of those things. Now, for ours, it's only 50 kilos.
versus how many?
450.
Halos 10% na lang ang inyo.
Yun
A
na
little
nga.
over
Yes.
10%.
That's why.
Yes.
So
Ng bulk and weight or just the weight?
The weight and the bulk.
Okay.
The weight and
Okay.
the bulk. The bulk for our EVs is about this much. Ganon.
If you can see the...
nakikita ko yung sa mga conventional, halos buong trunk nila.
Oo.
puno ng
Just to make
baterya.
it clear, yung the regular jeep that's flying in Makati right now, they have the full seats on the both sides.
Ganun ba yun? Puro baterya ba?
Yes,
Upuan mo?
but in our case, just half of that. Half of the one side.
Half of, sige, 1/4.
Yep.
1/4 lang.
Yes, sir.
no?
Right.
Okay. Ngayon, how about charging time?
Well, that's the beauty of it because that's one of the main advantages of lithium ion. With the lead acid, you charge for 8 hours and you get maybe 4 or 6 hours of service.
Okay.
Ours, you charge for 2 hours
hours.
and maybe you get 6 hours or 8 hours of service.
Again, yung isa 8 hours ang charging and then you get how
4
long?
to 6 hours.
Sa inyo, sa lithium ion,
2 hours of charging,
and you get the same length
maybe
of...
6 to 8 hours of service.
Okay, okay. So ito, pwedeng gamitin sa mga motorcycle
It
manufacturers
it's not
and any
only-
electronic
It's
vehicles.
not only limited actually to electronic vehicles.
Okay.
Anything that needs a battery to run an electric motor, we can actually.
Give us a spread.
Well, for example,
aside from electronic
there
vehicles.
can be solar for storing solar energy. You need batteries for those. Now, Boyet actually came up with a very good possibility because, like the fish ponds, they use aerators,
Yes,
which
yes.
are gas powered 24 hours a day.
ah.
We could actually put an electric motor there and put a solar panel there so that it runs 24 hours on its own.
By the way, since ganun na ang power source noon, tama ba na less noise pollution?
Of course, there's
Di ba?
no noise.
No noise.
pollution.
Para mga electric cars nga, electric
Yes.
na, wala kang maririnig.
Yes.
It just goes through. Ngayon, somebody was asking here, pwede itong gamitin sa well, it started out with gadgets, di ba?
Yes,
It started out, nagsimula, and then it got bigger and more powerful. So now
Yes.
the application has really skyrocketed.
Yes.
Okay. Anong pinakamalaking machine na pinapatakbo ng lithium ion?
Well, actually, there's actually, as of now, I think the biggest use is for vehicles, motor vehicles, probably buses, that would be it. But it's actually a very diverse market. It's not only EV, it's actually anything that powers. What I'd like to get into by next year, our technology will probably be advanced because we do research and development.
Okay.
Every time we develop something, another market opens.
Well,
now, we'll be going into solar energy pretty soon. And maybe next year, we'll have solar e-bangkas.
Oo nga, you were talking about boats, di ba? Boats
Yes,
also.
we-
Ngayon question, how about for household use? Yung mga those who want to get off the grid.
Yes,
Posible ba yan?
Yes.
we'll be
We're exploring the
getting into that
possibilities.
because right now we're just finishing up our solar charging station.
Ah,
So
okay.
that in other words, you can charge from solar power alone. So
Actually, people are talking about e-vehicles, but they're not talking about the charger. How do you charge? In our technology, we have charging stations that also do it in the clouds. So there's no money change. It's like a pass a load system. So if you plug it in on the charger, it will read the load system of if it has a credit, it will charge. If not, it will not charge.
Ayun, so ang charging nito by cloud.
Yes.
Yes.
So by cloud, I mean it's up there, then so in
Solar,
other words,
solar?
There's no physical
No,
plug.
No.
It's just like load. Actually, because Henry was involved in making that prepaid program, what happens is that instead of buying an EV on installment, you can now buy it parang prepaid. It's like having a postpaid phone, parang bibigyan ka ng iPhone, pero prepaid.
Yes.
Yung
Okay.
ganun.
Okay. If you want to get in touch with them to know more about, I mean, this will take some time to explain the whole lithium ion concept, no? But I'm sure we've tickled your imagination, and there are many people listening now, watching right now, who are thinking of the application in their own
Yes.
manufacturing concern.
Well, for the general public, watch out. By next year, there will be EVs in the Philippines using our system.
Okay, let's give this out first. Una mga numbers nila. No? If you want to get in touch with them, you want to know more, 0923-893-2115. Okay, 0923-893-2115. And you can also call 0906-490-again, 0906-490-5162. Ngayon, meron din silang website, www.talinoevsys.com. talinoevsys.com. Is this also
We also
Facebook.
have a Facebook.
Facebook din to?
Talino EV.
Yes, Talino
Okay.
EV.
Okay, Talino EV sa Facebook. All right? And so it's all about the future of power, di ba?
Yes.
And that's going to be lithium-ion batteries. So, any of you gentlemen, one last word.
Well, what we're trying to do is to try to bring down the cost of acquiring lithium-ion technology, so that instead for an e-jeep, if you have a lithium-ion, if you have a lead-acid e-jeep and you want to convert it to lithium-ion, we can do that for an installment fee of 8,000 pesos. And we will charge you on a per-use basis for the battery pack and the energy, just the way that, like the way you charge or you load your cell phone.
Anyway, expect a lot of calls or texts. We've given it to you. Kayo na pong bahala. And, well, without a doubt, we're going to be having this gentleman soon. Ito, parang tickler lang ito. I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg, and there's so much more. It goes so much deeper and so much wider. So with that, maraming salamat, Mr. Hipolito. Thank you very much, Mr. Misa.
Thank you so much.
Okay, when we come back, we're going to be talking about something that is talagang ground-based ito. At ito po ay ang folding bike ni Mr. Carl Vincenzo Mamawal. I'm Gerry Cornejo, and I'll be back right after this. Stay tuned. Welcome to Open House with Gerry Cornejo, where we feature people, places, and things that are in the news or who should be in the news. Earlier, we had a gentleman who talked about biochar-based fertilizers and about probiotic products, Lactivate, and then we had lithium-ion battery solutions, lithium-ion solutions with Mr. PJ Mesa and Mr. Misa and Mr. Ray Boyet Hipolito. And now we have, kanina nga pala si Mr. Neil Ian Lumanlan ng BioChar tsaka Lactivate. Now, we have with us the CEO and co-founder of Handmade Folding Bikes, a company called Nyfti. And we have with us Carl Vincenzo Mamawal. Carl, welcome.
Hi, sir. Thank you for having me.
Okay, Carl, before anything else, pakita muna natin yung video para malaman ng ating audience all about folding bikes. And then, ayan, malapit na. There you go. Nyfti Bikes, Nyfti Folding Bikes. Ngayon, Carl, CEO and co-founder, anong role mo naman in designing the bike?
Okay, sir. Actually, so the bike, we're actually three founders, co-founders.
Okay.
So that's me. I have my professor, Isidro Marfori III, and his brother, Miguel Daniel Marfori. Okay. We all actually helped out a bit in terms of the design. So Miguel and I helped Isidro, who is the main designer of the bike, with some of the items. But I would credit the overall concept from Isidro, because actually this one started as a passion project for him, because he realized one day that on his way to De La Salle University in Canlubang, that there was no way to get around the campus when he was there. So he realized that, hey, a bike could fit in the shuttle, so I should bring a bike with me every time I teach there, so I can, move around. So he started looking for a folding bike in the market. He couldn't find one that fit his need and his budget. So he decided, hey, I'm an engineer, I can design things, might as well just make my own. So that's how the bike started as a passion project.
Okay. Now, I see your bike and I saw how it folds and unfolds. What is the main difference between this and the other folding bikes on the market?
Yeah, so our design, we made sure that it's unique.
Okay.
We didn't copy any bike, although we would say our bike is inspired by other designs out there because, let's face it, there are a lot of folding bikes already. But the team and I made sure that the bike that we made was unique in its way. So how do we differ? One, we have a very long wheelbase. So if you unfold the bike, it's actually about the size of a full-size bike. So why is that important? One, when you ride, you feel like you're riding a full-size bike. And also, it's more stable at speed. But when you fold our bike, we're actually more compact and smaller than the folding bikes out there. Because we have a patent-pending 3-fold system that, when you fold our bike, it's really compact. You can easily fit it in a 30-kilo luggage. So unlike the folding bikes out there right now that only fold in half, they're actually very short. But when you fold them, they're still bigger than ours.
I see,
That's
they're
how we-
bulkier.
Yes, bulkier.
Ngayon, I noticed that invento nyo ba yung when it's folded, you can actually wheel it around in the malls, in the MRT. Is that your invention, or you just made your own version of that?
Yeah, we also made our own version. So a lot of folding bikes have this aspect already. Yeah,
Okay.
we call it actually a mode. But ours is somewhat different. We innovated in a way. We changed it. Ours works as a kickstand and also as the rollers when it's in cart mode. Also, our rear rack does not actually go underneath. So what that means is when you fold the bike, you can actually use the rear rack as well. If you have, like, let's say, bags or a basket there, you can put stuff in there. So para siya talagang cart.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Okay, now, when I looked at your paper here, it said handmade, di ba? Ngayon, earlier we were talking, sinasabi mo ngayon na you actually handmade, custom-made. So in other words, it depends on the height, weight of the person, what the person is going to use it for. Am I right? I mean, you take all of those things into consideration?
So, in terms of weight, sir, we designed the bike to carry 200 pounds.
Okay.
In terms of height naman, actually the handlebar in the seat is very adjustable.
Okay.
Depending on the size of the rider. What we allow our customers to, customize is one, the color.
Okay.
If they want it two-tone or if they want it all black or
Any color?
any color within our selection, we
okay.
can do it for them.
Oh.
The other thing that we allow them to customize is the components. So some like it basic, so single speed, walang shifter, standard brakes, so that's okay. But there are customers, who want to go all out, and because this is a bike that we designed to be very personal, so we want our customers, hey, this is my bike, I'm the only one who has this. So that's what we offer to the customers. Like if they want special decals or some small detail, like maybe if it's a gift for a friend, so we can actually engrave some things on the bike if they want that.
Now, Carl, for instance, let me get through with this muna. Importante ito. Ayoko naghahabol at the end. No? If you want to get in touch with Carl Mamawal, and you're interested to get one of these Nyfti folding bikes, you can get in touch with him at 0917-878-3237. Okay? 0917-878-3237. Or you can go to nyftibicycles.com. That's NYFTI bicycles.com. Tama? And this is a website, and at the same time, it's also a Facebook page.
Yes, they can also look for us in Facebook. Just make sure it's NYFTI. It's not NIFTI.
Okay, NYFTI Bicycles. And you have the number, ha? Kasi usually, inaano natin to sa huli, I don't want to do this in the end. I want to do this right now. So they will have a lot of time to finish what you have to say. Ngayon,
Yes, sir.
so in other words, ngayon, they get in touch with you. I call you up. I say, Carl, I want to buy a bike right now. Meron na kayong ready bikes or gagawin niyo pa?
We actually make the bikes once they're ordered. So we now have a 2-month timeline from the time the customer gives us the down payment to when we deliver the bikes.
Okay. So wala kayong, I want it right now, I buy it right now. Wala kayong ganon?
We actually don't have stock right
okay,
now.
okay.
But we're slowly making sure that the delivery time is actually shorter. So we're a young company, so we're trying to work on our manufacturing and make it faster, you know, because some customers really want it like right away. But
Yeah, they get excited.
yeah, they get very excited. So we just make sure that, you know, we interact with them during the 2 months and maybe share with them where our bikes have been, anong ginagawa ng team, where their bike's at right now. So we share it to them. So at least, you know, during the whole process of making the bike, they feel like they're part of the whole making process.
Can we show some of the pictures? Meron mga pictures na kasama yan, eh, no? Can we roll some of the pictures ng Nyfti folding bike? There you go. Sa inyo yan, ano? That's your product?
Yes, sir. So that's a CAD rendering of our bike. So that's what we give to the customers.
And this would be same. Those are two bikes.
Two bikes together. So
this is his and hers.
Yeah. So this one I just delivered to a customer like a month ago.
Okay.
This is the bike that we call the espresso machine. So copper plated siya. It's quite shiny.
Okay.
It's our parang eye candy bike.
Okay.
So there.
And custom seats, of course.
Yeah. We got those also. Pero off the shelf na yan, sir.
Okay.
But yeah, we have a basic seat. But if a customer wants a different seat, we can put it on.
Okay. Now, pwedeng you also do for adults and children. In other words, a family, you know, with the husband and wife and a couple of kids, they tell you, we all want your Nyfti bike. Magagawa nyo lahat
Yes,
para
sir.
sa kanila.
We can actually make that for them. Yeah, like yung color for the dad is different, for the mom is different, for the daughter is different, ganyan.
Okay. Now, how much are your bikes? I mean, hindi mo na yung exact peso equivalent. Pero if I were to go out there and canvas, go to bicycle stores and other places where folding bikes are being sold, how would your prices compare with in the existing market?
Right. So our bikes, sir, we price them within the mid-range bike. Actually, if you look at a folding bike comparable to the fold size of the Nyfti, you would actually pay 70 to 80,000 pesos.
Oh, okay.
But our bikes are actually around 35.
So half of that.
Half of that, and then we also, like our bare specs is it's 8-speed, V-brakes, all Shimano components already, and then adjustable seats and handlebar. So that's where we're at now.
Okay. So if they want to see samples, ang gawin nila talagang magpunta sa website nyo.
Yes.
So there are videos. Meron din kayong video ron? Or,
yeah, we have videos. We have a YouTube channel also, which is also Nyfti Bicycles. They can just search for it. If they want to test ride the bike, they can go to our shop, which is in Ermita. So it's 1341 Leon Ginto Street. You can also look us up on Google Maps. Just type Nyfti. You'll see us where we make the shop, where we make the bikes.
Okay.
You can visit there. We have bikes there on display that they can
there you
fold,
go.
they can ride.
Yeah, that's what I was after.
Yeah.
So Nyfti, NYFTI. Saan kayo sa Leon Ginto again?
1341.
Ermita.
Yes,
So,
it's close to Padre Faura already.
Okay. Ang end ng Leon Ginto is Padre Faura,
yes,
di ba?
Yes.
So you're
just
near
a
the
few
end.
houses, yeah.
Okay. So you're in the last block of
Yes.
Leon Ginto.
Yes.
Ang simula ng Leon Ginto is Vito Cruz, which is now called Ocampo or
Yes.
something, di ba? So ang pisa ng Leon Ginto would be Saint Scholastica.
Yes.
And it's parallel to Taft Avenue.
Exactly.
Pero before you do that, I suggest you call them up first, di ba? 0917-878-3237. But if you're in the area already, ano ba yun? Office hours, pwede sila magpunta or by appointment or...
It's actually, I would encourage by appointment because I'm the one also selling the bikes. So sometimes I'm not in the shop, you know, because I'm out in meetings or in like this. So I would suggest that everyone schedule a meeting, an appointment.
Okay. And by the way, again, very important, this folding bike will fit in the trunk of your car or even in the back of your car, even in the passenger seat. Diba? Of course, patungan nyo lang ng ano.
We actually also design it to fit easily underneath the desk. Because
okay.
there are some clients, you know, that they like to bike to work. So sometimes, diba, they don't want to actually park it or there's no parking for bikes in the office, diba? So what they do is just fold it and then put it underneath. So that's actually what one of our customers does. He works in, I think, BGC, and he just puts it underneath the...
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
The table, yeah.
Okay, so Carl Vicenzo Mamawal, CEO and co-founder of Nyfti Folding Bike. There you go, our audience. 30 seconds. Your pitch.
Hi, I'm Carl Mamawal. I'm CEO of Nyfti Bicycles. If you'd like to check us out, look at our Facebook page, which is just search Nyfti Bicycles, NYFTI Bicycles. This weekend will actually be in the first QC Bike Day in the QC Circle, so check us out. We'll be there from 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. We'll also have a few booth setups this coming June in Macapagal, so you can check us out there. Just look through our Facebook page. We'll have events announced there. And also, we're a local company now, but we're trying to go global. So watch out for our Kickstarter campaign sometime Q3 this year. And we look forward for your support. And we're happy to be here. We're happy to be making bikes. Thank you.
Okay, and this program, by the way, airs 6:10 p.m. every Thursday, 9 a.m. every Friday. And we also air by satellite in 7 Asian countries, including Mongolia. Mabadali bang bisikleta sa Mongolia? Anyway, thank you very much. Again, we're on GNN, Global News Network. We're on Channel 8 of Destiny Cable and Channel 213 of Sky and Channel 1 on GSAT. I'm Gerry Cornejo. Until next week then, thank you very much for staying with us during the past 2 hours. Thank you very much to Mr. Neil Lumanlan, to Mr. PJ Misa, to Mr. Boyet, Hipolito, and of course our last guest, last but not least, Carl Vincenzo Mamawal. I'm Gerry Cornejo. Take care. I love you. God bless you.